Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, we're going to start. Cheers. Thanks, Kate. Thank you. Yeah. Do you need to? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please, quick. We're looking to get started. Thank you. TV cameras down the back, ready? Kate will be looking after things, yeah. Do you want to? Can you see all right there? And I'll be here to assist as well. Just here?
I know.
And here.
Everybody will be angry. Hope everyone's
Three of
eating.
me as well.
Hi guys, can we just please make sure your cell phones are on silent? Raise your hands, I'll endeavour to get round to all of you. Assume frankly cell phones are on silent, thank you. And just please, ask your questions into the microphone. And we'll just start with Michael today.
Thanks, Hutchie. Just so everyone's aware, I just want everyone to know that tomorrow will be my last ODI game for Australia. I've just spoken to my teammates and spoke to James Sutherland and Rod Marsh and Darren Lehman and informed them that tomorrow will be my last ODI for Australia. So I'm extremely grateful and thankful. I just found out that tomorrow will be my 245th one-day game for Australia. It's certainly been an honour and a privilege to represent my country in one-day cricket for that amount of games, and I'm grateful to every single player I've been lucky enough to play with, and this team's certainly no exception to that. So I think it's the right time for me and the Australian cricket team. Like I say, I was very fortunate 4 years ago to get the opportunity to captain this one-day team, and I think that was really good preparation for me leading up to this World Cup, and I think the next Australian captain deserves the same opportunity. I don't think it's realistic that I'll be here, I'll be fit and healthy for the next, and available to play the next World Cup, so I believe it's the right time. I think I'll leave the game, the one-day game, for the Australian team in a better place than when I took over the captaincy. I think last World Cup we were knocked out in our quarter-final, and this World Cup we've been able to make the final, and hopefully tomorrow we can go on and have success in that final. So 2 finals and 1 quarter-final for my time in World Cups, and I think I'm hopeful that it'll prolong my Test career as well, and that's obviously a priority for me to continue to be successful in the Test format, and I think by walking away from one-day cricket, it probably gives me my best opportunity.
Michael, congrats on a great career, one-day career. When was this decision taken, and when was this conveyed to the team, and what was their reaction? You seem quite emotional even now.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm completely fine. I'm very happy with, like I say, I've said from day one that the game owes me nothing. I owe the game everything, and I've been really fortunate in my life to be where I am today because of the game of cricket. And one-day cricket's been a huge part of that. So I'm not sure that's going to stay in there, Hutchie. There we go. So no, look, I know I've made the right decision. I told my teammates 10 minutes ago. I told the selectors and James Sutherland about an hour ago. So really the only people I spoke to were my family over the course of the last 24 hours. And obviously, like I've said, I've thought over the last few weeks about if there was a chance I was going to be able to make it to the next World Cup. And as soon as I answered that question in my own head, I think my decision was made. I think it's, like I say, it really helped me having that preparation to captain the team, that 4 years of being able to build my own team and set my own style up as a captain. I think that's given me my best chance to captain the team in this tournament. So I would like the next captain to have that same opportunity.
Given what you just said, no mean game tomorrow. It's a World Cup final. I mean, does sort of this decision, I know you will always say it's not about you, but about Australia.
Yeah.
But does this add to the occasion? Last game, signing off?
I don't think so. I think it's a special game. There's no doubt about it. But it needs to be about the team, and I want it to be about the team. I just said that to my teammates then. I don't want to... And I've been the one to come out and say it's not emotion, it's skill that helps you win major games and major tournaments, and tomorrow will be no different. It's... you know, it's a wonderful opportunity for every single player in that change room to walk out onto the MCG in a World Cup final. It's a very special event. But, yeah, it's no more special because it's my last game. It's about timing for me. And like I say, I think now is the right time to walk away from the one-day game.
Here,
can't-
last. Why, as a captain, you are doing injustice to one of the best batsmen in your team by sending him at number 6?
Who are we talking about? Oh, that guy. Again, I thought it was the best decision for the team. You know, I think through my career, and I think if it was about me, I think I would have batted at number 3 a hell of a lot more than I have throughout my career. But I think Ricky told me at a very young age that he thought I was best suited to the middle order in the one-day game, especially to go and face spin bowling and make sure I bat through those middle overs to help our power game at the end. And I guess I've probably, you know, continued on the same way. And I think the other night and in 2 opportunities, you know, being one down in the 30th over, I thought it was the right thing for the team to send some power hitters out in front of me. And, you know, it's not about the individual performance or the individual success. It's about the team winning. And fortunately, on both occasions I've made that decision, we've gone on to win the game. So, you know, tomorrow will be no different. If I feel it's best for me to walk out at number 4, then I walk out at number 4. If it's best for me to not bat in the game, then I don't bat in the game.
Michael, congratulations on a good career right here.
Oh, sorry.
You've been, early in your career, you were a part of one of the finest teams that we've ever seen. And 3 of you guys were a part of the 2007 World Cup. And when you won that World Cup, yourself, Shane Watson, Mitchell Johnson.
Yeah.
So this team's quite young, and this will be the first final for most of them. So what would be your message to them from your experience and on handling the pressure and the big stage?
I think the team's shown that they can handle pressure. I think we've had the expectation put on us from the first ball of this tournament, you know, being in our home country, as I'm sure New Zealand have as well. Look, it'll be about playing with freedom. I think that's probably the lesson I learned at a very young age, that's why you go to training every day. That's why you work so hard at your preparation. So when you walk onto that big stage under pressure, you just go out and play with freedom. I couldn't be happier with the way the guys have prepared throughout this tournament. The fact that the whole team's here again today at an optional training session shows the dedication, shows where the team's at mentally. I don't think I have to say too much, to be honest. I think the guys are ready to play. Like I said after the last game, mentally we are ready for this final. Physically we've got another day to recover or train and get what you need to be right for tomorrow. But I think the team's ready.
Michael, it's only a few weeks ago that you actually said you weren't sure if this would be your last World Cup.
Yeah.
So when was the moment when the clarity hit you that it would be?
About 48 hours ago. Like I said, through this period, through this World Cup, I think in the back of my mind I've been thinking, am I a chance of playing in the next World Cup? And I think about 48 hours ago I made the decision that I don't think I will be. And that answered a lot of questions for me. Then it was about obviously speaking to my family and working out what I think again is best for the team. I think there's no doubt I could keep playing for the next couple of years. But I think the team and the next captain deserves the time that I certainly got as captain in preparation for a major event like the World Cup.
Do you remember what you were doing 48 hours ago?
When I made the decision? I think when I left the Sydney Cricket Ground, I think I got back to my house at about 12:30, and I think Kylie was in bed, and that's when I spoke to her about it. So it was at that time.
Will we vary, Jonesy?
Sorry, mate.
Well, you've announced your one-day retirement after the World Cup, and there's a few other blokes in the team who are about your age. I mean, Brad's even older, and we're talking Mitch Johnson, Shane Watson. I know you won't talk for them, but do you feel like it might be a bit of a changing of the guard for the one-day team, and if not tomorrow, then definitely the next year or so?
I have no idea how long a lot of the guys are going to continue to play for. I think that's the greatest thing about this game. Even in a team sport, the individual has the opportunity to assess how they feel, how they see things, and make that decision. I think everybody in that room has a lot more cricket left in their body, that's for sure. If the desire is still there, and they're playing for the right reasons, then I don't see any reason why they would stop. I haven't spoken to any of them about their individual decisions, how they feel, what they're going to do. You know, my main focus has been making sure everyone's fit and healthy and feeling good about this tournament. So I don't know where the individual's at, to be honest. But they're all playing so well, so if they want to continue, you know, I think it'll be left up to them.
Hi, Michael. It's been a pretty eventful few months for you and a lot of scrutiny over your fitness and things like that.
Yeah.
Putting all that aside, how special is it going to be to lead those boys out tomorrow in the final one last time in ODIs?
As special as it's been my whole captaincy career, to be honest. I've you know, you never always dreamt of playing cricket for Australia and for New South Wales. I never dreamt of captaining Australia, and to have this opportunity and privilege has been better than I could have imagined. And I've been very fortunate. I've played with some players, some of the all-time greats of the game, and I've learned a lot from those guys, and I hope that I've been able to pass a lot of that on to the younger generation as well, to a lot of the players that I play with now. So, you know, tomorrow will be exactly the same as it's been every single time I've walked out onto the field to play cricket for Australia. Extremely special.
Do you have your team for tomorrow? Is it unchanged? And if so, is that stability helpful in trying to win?
I just spoke to Rod briefly on the way out, but I didn't get enough time to confirm what we're doing with the team. I don't want to speak out of school. I'll wait and see. I think Rod's obviously here, and Buff will have another look at the wicket. And then we'll announce at the toss tomorrow. But again, we've got all 15 players to choose from, which is a great feeling. I think the pitch looks fantastic. I just had a look half an hour ago. It looks wonderful. The outfield's in amazing condition. The people at the MCG, I don't know how they continue to do it to make the ground, you know, be immaculate. So I think we're in for a great game. No matter what 11's selected, the guys are ready to go. So I'll let you know tomorrow. Sorry, Sarah.
Michael, hi. Congratulations on a great one-day career.
Thank you.
You spoke before the India win on how you and the Australia team have been successful by treating every game like any other.
Yeah.
But there's no getting away from the fact, or how do you get away from the fact that this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for you to captain Australia to World Cup glory on home soil?
Well, I don't think it matters. As I've seen last game, I don't think it matters what I say. People are going to write that there is a difference to me just thinking it's another game. So my opinion hasn't changed from the semi-final. I will train no harder today. I will study New Zealand no harder than I did the last time we played them. I will sleep no worse tonight than I ever do. I'll be no less nervous before I walk out to bat. The feeling's exactly the same. It is special, and I've been fortunate enough to play in two previous World Cups and win one of those. So I know what the feeling's like. But again, even when I think back to 2007, there was such a build-up about the World Cup final, but the emotion and the adrenaline and the feeling didn't hit me until after the game, when we were celebrating together as a team, because you're so focused on making sure you're as well prepared as you can be, making sure you're ready to go out and have the confidence to play with that freedom that I talk about. And for me, today's exactly about that. I'll go and train and prepare so tomorrow I can walk out and play with that confidence and freedom. Of course, it's a special event, and I'm not trying to, you know, hide away from that at all, and I don't want the team to hide away from it. I think we've got to go the other way, and, you know, we spoke about the semi-final against India, and even after that game we spoke about getting on a plane and flying to Melbourne. It's about embracing all the great things that come with making a World Cup final. No matter what happens tomorrow, this team has achieved a lot, you know, under pressure, a lot of expectation. To be able to make a World Cup final is very special, and if we can win, that'll be icing on the cake. But the way you do that is by making sure you're prepared, you're ready, and skill over emotion.
Second row.
Michael, you had a short conversation with Brendan McCullum at the photo op. Could you share with us what you told them?
I think I'll keep that between Brendan and I, but the main message from both of us was wish each other all the best. I have a great relationship with Brendan. I'll always be grateful for the way him and his team respected the Hughes tragedy and respected Philip's family. So that's probably brought us closer together, but it was more about wishing each other all the best and, yeah, there wasn't much more to it, to be honest.
Given the way the game is going, you've seen it, I've seen it, did it cross your mind at all to give up Test cricket to prolong your one-day career?
Never. No. I've never hid behind the fact that I find Test cricket to be the pinnacle of our sport.
Public interest, the perception now is that the limited overs game is where the future is, and
Yeah, again, I've never probably, I've never probably gone down that road anyway in regards to what is the best thing to do for the public interest. As I'm sure you would have seen through my career, I've got my fair share of smacks in the mouth. But I am who I am, and it's about being true to myself. And I don't feel bad about saying that I believe Test cricket's the toughest part of our game. I love that challenge. I find it extremely difficult every Test match I play. I do see it as the pinnacle. I love T20 one-day cricket, and I'll continue to support and watch a lot of that. But yeah, I still think I've got a lot to offer the team as captain of the Australian Test team. And I want to make sure I have success in that format.
you're optimistic about the future of Test cricket, given the great success of this tournament.
I certainly am. I think if you ask the players, their opinions aren't too different to mine, or a lot of the players that I speak to. And I think they love T20 cricket and one-day cricket as well. I think, Test cricket is the ultimate for an Australian sportsman. Long may that continue. It mightn't be that way, but, my hope and goal is that, Test cricket continues to grow. And I think we've seen over the past few years, some really hard-fought Test cricket, and I think that's brought a lot of new people to our game. So I think there's room for all three formats. I've always said that. I'd like to see that continue.
Michael, you've been installed as favourites for the final tomorrow. Do you believe you're favourites, and what makes you the favourite, do you think?
I believe if we play our best, we can beat New Zealand tomorrow. I don't buy into the favourites or not favourites. Or New Zealand have been the form team of the competition. New Zealand have beaten us once in this tournament. But I'm confident if we play our best, we can beat them tomorrow.
Last three in the middle.
Michael, Alan Border, Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting. Not quite a fill in the blanks of World Cup winning captains, but looking back, humility momentarily aside, how do you define your legacy as ODI captain, as captain of the Australian team, given that you're going off on a last hurrah tomorrow?
Look, I think it's hard for me to. I think your legacy is dictated by what your teammates think of you, to be honest. I think I've shown through my career in any format that I've always put the team first. I think a lot of my legacy will be based around what happened recently off the field with my little brother.
Almost an extension of that, like from a very tragic incident to the career-threatening injuries to where you are leading the team to the final. Like, is it a culmination of all those, and do you feel probably emotionally drained? Something had to let go?
No, not at all. I don't think that's the case. I've just explained the reasons why I think it's the right time for me. And like I say, a lot of it's about, giving the next captain the opportunity and the team the opportunity to prepare, and the selectors as well, to work out what they feel is their best squad for the next World Cup. I leave the one-day team in a better place than when I took over the captaincy, and it gives me my best chance of prolonging my Test career. They're the three main reasons of why I've decided to walk away from one-day cricket.
Michael, you had mentioned earlier about number 3 batsman, and your best man now is Steve Smith, and he's amongst easily the 2-3 best batsmen in the world right now. Could you talk about his growth as a cricketer, batsman, person, and possibly future leader of Australia in all formats, from the nervous kid in 2010 to what we see is one of the best batsmen in the world?
Yeah, look, I think Smitty's certainly matured as a player and as a person, there's no doubt about it. I think his form is because of his hard work. I said that the other night in the press conference, that I'm not surprised that he's scoring as many runs as he is, because he's training extremely hard. He's worked hard in his game. He's learnt a lot about his game. I don't think it would be fair for me to go into who's going to be the next captain. That's not my place. That's up to the selectors. There's obviously, Smitty's somebody that will certainly be spoken about, but I don't think it's fair for me to do that. I think, there's a reason he bats number 3 for Australia. He's earned that right, and he's grabbing that with both hands in the one-day format. And like I said, if he gets an opportunity to bat 3 in Test matches, I'm really confident he'll grab that with both hands as well. He's playing a big role in helping us have success. I'd love to see another 100 from him tomorrow. That's if Finchie and Davey Warner decide to give him a bat. But yeah, look, I think I'm extremely proud of the whole team. I think every single one of the players, 15 players in this squad, has played a huge part in us reaching the final. And every one of them deserves the same amount of credit. Even the guys that haven't, spent much time on the field, without their help, without their support, without them putting the team first, we wouldn't sit where we are today, and it'd be extra special for the whatever 11 players take the field tomorrow. If we manage to get over the line and beat New Zealand, then it'll be all 15 that win that game, not just the 11.
Michael, congratulations firstly on a wonderful career.
Thank you.
You said that your friends also.
Yeah.
Can you tell us which moment or if something was said that really touched you amongst the teammates? If you could share that with us.
Ask that again. I don't really understand. Sorry. In regards to me talking to the
Did
team?
they say something to you after you told them?
They come and obviously shook my hand and congratulated me on a wonderful career. But I only really sort of told them before I walked in here, so I haven't had the opportunity to spend much time with them. But yeah, they'll all obviously, I think a few of them were shocked, but they'll obviously very, very kind in congratulating me, and yeah, they're all there. I couldn't ask for a better team, to be honest. I've got a wonderful group of talented and gifted players, but more importantly, I've got a team of 15 guys that have an amazing attitude and want to have success, and that's what drives you every day, to get out of bed and try and become better. So I really hope we can train well today and then go and get that reward bar after tomorrow. Thanks, guys.